Morning. Welcome to a new week and fresh start, fresh opportunity. Obviously, y'all know how I feel about that. We get another week. We get another opportunity at life. We get another breath. Um, it's a blessing. And so we just gotta attack it. We just gotta, move forward. We just gotta do what we can, do our best, put our best foot forward. But I'm excited about the week ahead. I'm excited about this Sunday. I'm excited about obviously tomorrow posting this for Monday. But I'm just excited. And the reason for that is optimism. Like this can be the week. This can be the opportunity. This can be the day. Um, we get it. And so because we get it, we gotta move forward. And I'm just excited about that. Like because like someone didn't get it, unfortunately. That's the issue, right? That's what we don't think about a lot when we complain, when we murmur, when we doubt. Is that we have the blessing of being here right now in this moment, and so we're gonna do the best we can. That's the goal, right? One day at a time, one moment at a time, just putting your best foot forward. And the more you do that, like you'll look up, like I said, and you'll look back and you'll see like how much progress you've had in the last 2, 3 days. And then it becomes a week, right? And then it becomes weeks, and then it becomes a month, and then it becomes months, and then it becomes a year, and then your life has changed. And it happens so fast, right? It's the same way as your life can go backwards. It's the same way as the negativity that impacts your life. Like you got to understand that how you think becomes your life. What you think about, what you focus on becomes your life. And so if you focus on moving forward, if you focus on doing the best that you can with what you have, then your life will grow that way. Like we all have issues. We all have problems. We all have bills. We all have certain circumstances that are out of our control. Everyone in the world has it. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. And when you think of it that way, right? When you get on a bus or you get in an Uber or you get on a plane, you get on a train, like someone next to you, right, is dealing with some stuff too. You're not the only one. I promise you, the world is not enjoying itself and you're the only one that's miserable. That's not the truth. But you shouldn't be miserable because it'll pass. And you got to look to that. You got to look to whatever you're going through. It's not going to stay here. It's not going to be here forever. It's not going to be here for eternity. Like it's going to pass. It's going to move on. It's going to move forward, and so will you. And the sun will shine again. Like it might be raining right now, it might look gloomy right now, but the sun will shine again. And as we seen, last week, like things happen very fast. And it's not things that you want. Some of it's out of your control, right? But you got to pick up the pieces the next day and you got to move forward and you got to make the best of whatever it is you have. However you do it, however it gets done, as long as it gets done. And to the best of your abilities. Like don't do 50%. Don't do 70%, right? Do as much as you have. If all you have is 70%, give 70%. Give everything. Because at the end, you want to feel like you did your very best. You don't want to feel like you left something in the tank. Like be empty. Empty everything into whatever project, whatever job, whatever task that you have. And then, refill yourself, right? Whatever it is, like I refill myself by going to the movies. I went to the movies, I believe Thursday I went, no, it was Friday, I went twice. I went seeing two really good movies and um, I was going to go a third time, but I was like, I'll save it for like a day like today or tomorrow or Tuesday, right? Because last week was kind of thrown off by some situations and circumstances that I had no control over. And it kind of shifted my week. But the second I had an opportunity to refill myself, right, I went and did that. I did what I thought was necessary for me to grow and for me to refresh myself. And, again, it's week to week. But I could not stop. I couldn't, stand still. Like everything was moving fast. And sometimes that happens in life, right? But you have to have non-negotiables. You have to have things that you're not going to allow happen. You're not going to allow these things to happen in your life. You're not going to accept them from other people because you don't agree with it, right? And you have to think, like, whatever you allow happens in your life. But whatever you hate will not happen. If you hate something, right, it will never happen. You'll never go for it. And that's the same with your life, right? Like, you got to have non-negotiables, even if it's in your relationship, if it's in your friendships, if it's in your job, your career, your coworkers. Like, certain things, like me, like one of my non-negotiables, I do not tolerate disrespect. And I say that, right? And anyone that knows me knows, like, I'm not a fighter. I'm not none of that. I'm none of that, right? Like, but I will defend myself. I will defend my name, because my last name belongs to my parents. It belongs to my grandparents. It belongs to my family, right? My first name is mine. My mom gave me that, right? But my last name, I won't let you disrespect. Uh, and again, part of that's pride, right? I have to work on that, but at the same time, like, yeah, I'm not going for that. And I've worked on it as I've gotten older, but at the same time, certain things you can't negotiate. I'm not going to negotiate disrespect. I'm going to have the utmost respect for everyone, for anyone, for everything they do, right? Um, but I can't allow someone to yell at me. I can't allow somebody to cuss at me. I've always struggled with that. Like, when I was in culinary arts, working in kitchens and restaurants, right, New Orleans, probably around 2008, 2009, I gave up that profession because of the loud profanity. And again, I was like 18, 19 years old. The reason being is I grew up and I've never heard my parents say a profane word. Never. Even to this day, I've never heard my parents say a profane word. And so if they raised me a certain way like that, why would I let you do that? If my parents never did that, and I believe I was raised correctly, right? I believe I've done well for myself based on my upbringing. Why would I allow you to do that? And you didn't raise me. Why would I allow you to pour into me that type of language, that type of disrespect? Yeah, I'm not doing that. And if that means I won't have that job, or I won't have that relationship or that friendship, I'm good with that, because it's not needed. And that's a non-negotiable for me. That's the truth. Another one I think I have is being around lazy people. That's non-negotiable, because if we're working on projects together, we're working on assignments together, we're working on tasks together, and you're not pulling your weight, like, the overall grade of the group or the task is not going to be where it needs to be. So I don't allow that. I'm not around. If I have to do it myself, I'll do it myself before I allow someone who does not work to the level of expectation to be around me. Because people are going to say, "Oh, you're cool with him. You're cool with them. You allow that. Either you allow it, or you're teaching it that way." Right? That's the only reason it happens. And so those are just a few. Like, but we gotta have that. Like, in a relationship, allowing people to talk to us crazy, in relationships, allowing people to cheat on us, like, because what you allow will always happen, because you're not doing anything about it. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to use profanity, right? But you sit down and you talk to people. Listen, I don't like this. I don't appreciate it, and I don't want to be around it. And it's your life. You don't have to be in that relationship. You don't have to be in that friendship. You don't have to work on that job, right? But if you never put it in check, or you never discuss it, or you never explain it, right? How can you get mad at someone for continuously doing something that you're allowing? You allow it. And so they think it's okay. Some people were not raised in your house, so they don't have your thought process. They don't have your way of thinking. They don't have, like, your upbringing, so they're not gonna see it the same way you see it. They're like, not mentioning something to someone that hurt you or bothered you. That's crazy, because they're not gonna see it from your view. No matter what you think, or why wouldn't they think that? Because they wouldn't. My mom and dad used to always say that they wouldn't raise in the house with you. So why would you expect them to think like you, or act like you, or be like you? Their upbringing was totally different. You don't know how they were raised. So expecting them to just assume that, hey, You didn't like that and I shouldn't do that. Again, people don't think that way. Again, they have their own issues and problems to solve. They're not just waking up saying, hey, how can I help Sherman Wilson today? Let me make sure my day is great for Sherman. No, they have their own issues. They have their own tasks. And it's up to you, right, to let them know, to bring that to their attention. Hey, look, I didn't like how you talked to me with this. That just, that's a non-negotiable for me. I'm going to respect you and I want you to respect me. That's teamwork. That's how you meet in the middle. But if you continue to let them just say whatever they want to you, like, why would they change it? They probably don't even know that it bothers you. And so we get all frustrated throughout the day and all bothered, right? Oh, you stop talking to people. Well, now it's on you. You're mistreating them because they mistreated you, but you never told them. You never say anything. You never told them, hey, look, this is where I draw the line. And you have to be like that because we're adults. We have to communicate. Like, some things will bother you that other people do, but if they don't know, why are you holding them to that? If you never speak about it. And so I've learned that, like, for my life, right, for my mental, I just let people know. If they don't like it, they don't like it. That's cool. I can X you out. That's easier said than done than me not speaking to you and creating issues at the workplace or the friendships or relationships, right? Like, not talking to your spouse because they didn't take the trash out, right? Did you tell them that you want the trash taken out? Did you tell them that you don't like the trash piling up at your house? Did you tell them that you don't like dishes in the sink? No, but you assume that you weren't raised with them. You don't know how they were raised. They probably expect you to take out the trash. That's why you communicate. That's why we have to do a way better job of having open dialogue instead of just texting everything, because texts can be misconstrued. They can be read differently. They can be like, it's too much air in that for you to just read it or just sit and say, hey, they'll get what I'm saying. Nah, just like communicate. Sit down, talk. Hey, I don't like these type of things. And see what they don't like. And then meet in the middle. It's not that hard. But because of the lack of communication, people are just guessing. People don't know. And then we hold them to the standard that we don't communicate at all. Like, they don't know that you're supposed to pull up your pants. They don't know that you're supposed to, walk a certain way, talk a certain way. That's not something that everyone will know, because everyone's upbringing, everyone's lifestyle is different, right? And if we're trying to all meet at the same place, if we're all trying to accomplish the same goal, we should all communicate effectively, right? With each other. What's the goal? How do we get there? What's the plan? Instead of just hoping and wishing everybody know what to do, and then we all meet and then the group project fails because the group didn't communicate with each other. You just have to have non-negotiables. You have to have communication about them also. Like, because people will just run over you. That's why they used to say nice guys finish last. That's because they just allow anyone to just run over them and expect people to be good people. And it's not that people are bad. It's just they don't understand. They don't understand your likes and dislikes because you haven't communicated that. And they're going to keep doing what they do because that's how they were raised. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep yelling. They're going to keep, because if they grew up in a house that all they did was cuss, like use profanity, why would they be any different anywhere else? They don't know no better. Nobody's told them anything different. Hey, you shouldn't talk that loud. Everybody can hear your conversation. You shouldn't walk in the hall talking on the phone on speaker. Like, you know what I'm saying? And those rules have to be in place. Can't just tell people, hey, don't do this, and that's not a rule. Now you're just telling them what you don't want them to do. Like, you might not like it, but is that against the rules? Is it hurting the organization? Can't just make stuff up as you go. Especially if they don't know it, because then you got pushback. And so it's just important, right, as we navigate through life. Like, what we want from life, what we want from others, how we want to enjoy our life, how we want to impact others' lives. Like you got to have things in place, right? That, hey, look, I'm not with that. But then you can't be like, hey, I'm not like this, and then do it to someone else, because that person's going to see you doing it to that person, right? Like, whatever you only get out this world what you put in, right? So the energy, the effort, the love, the hate, the disdain, whatever you put into this world, like that's what you get out. Nothing else. It's nothing else. It's you can't go to the bank and withdraw $100 if you don't have $100. That's not how that works. It's not just they print money, but it ain't your money, right? You got to put something in there, and that's the same thing in life. Like that's the same thing in your work. That's the same thing in your relationships. That's the same thing in your friendships. Like whatever you put in, right? You're allowed to take out. That's it. Can't take out more than you put in. That's laziness. Like expecting something to grow that you don't water. Like that's insanity. Like you never put the seed in the ground. Why do you think something's gonna grow? And that's what people think. Like as long as I, put partial work in, that I can do what I want. No, that's not the case. There's always gonna be someone that's working, right? And to achieve your goals and your dreams, right? There's got to be boundaries. There's got to be an expectation. And once you set that level of expectation, you don't go below it, because what you're going to receive in the end is what you put in. If you put 50% in, that's what you got. That's what you're going to get out. If you need more than that, then you're out of luck. And so that's like the conversation, right? The thought process I've had the last week is you can't allow certain things. Not when you're trying to go somewhere. Not when you have goals and plans and aspirations and ambitions. Like there's got to be a level of, hey, that's not good enough. That's a non-negotiable. That's not enough effort. That's not enough energy. And there's got to be the expectation from everyone around each other that's trying to build this, that's trying to grow this. Listen, this isn't good enough, and we can't do it this way. And those boundaries, right? Those barriers are gonna bleed into your life also. Hey, look, I don't like this. This is not. And again, you have to effectively communicate that. You can't just expect people to just know what you don't like. People are not going around the world, thinking about you. Like I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself, right? You have the ability, the God-given ability, the God-given gifts to save yourself. You're not in this world and not equipped. You're equipped. You have anything that you're going through, right? You can grow through it. You're prepared for it. You just don't know that. Like it, God even says that, right? He'll never put more on you that you can bear. But if something does happen to you, right, he'll give you a way out. Like, so no matter what, you're built for it. No matter what, there's an escape hatch. Like, you're not going to go through something that you can't handle. Like, so everything you're going through, you can handle. Or there's a way out. So why stress? Why worry yourself? Like, no matter what, we get 30 days. And I'm excited about those 30 days, right? You get 30 days to put on tape who you are. And in 30 days, you sit there and whatever's on tape is on tape. It's the same thing in life. Like if they tell you, hey, look, you can get this promotion, you got to do this. Like I'd rather that. I'd rather know the end. I'd rather know the deadline. I'd rather know the expectation, right? Don't surprise me with anything. And that's why it's important to communicate. Like I can put my best out there and I get an opportunity. That's it. As long as I get an opportunity, same thing I said, we all woke up today. We all are living and breathing. We get an opportunity. You got to make the best of that opportunity. Put your best foot forward. Do everything possible. But don't allow certain things because it's going to take away from what you're doing. You're not going to be strengthened by that. You can't have people around you that's not working. You can't allow people to just do what they want because it's going to affect your outcome. You got to have standards. You got to have boundaries. Again, I say non-negotiables. Like I'm not allowing this because I'm trying to go get this. In order for me to get this, in order for me to achieve this, I got to do it a certain way. And if you're going with me, you got to do it a certain way. I can't do 70% of the project and you get the A, right? Like, how's that fair? But that's not life. That's me. I'm allowing that. I'm allowing you not to work. And I can't be okay with that. And therefore, I'm going to let you know so you know what the standard is. Because I can't hold you to a standard that we've never discussed. And once you set that standard, then everyone can operate under that standard. Everyone can operate knowing what the goal and what the line, right, that we draw. We all know. We've communicated. There's no reason for us to go below that. There's no reason for us not to do our part because it's been effectively communicated. This is the goal. This is what we're reaching for. This is how we're going to do it. And this is what we can't do. And the expectation is there, right? The communication is there. And you can achieve it. You can be okay with whatever the results are because everyone communicates. Somebody don't pull their weight, you'll know because you talked about what was expected. And that's the same thing in your life, right? You in your relationships, in your friendships, like it has to be non-negotiables. It has to be barriers. It has to be boundaries because you got to take care of you. Again, no one's coming to save you. You have the power to do it. And you got to keep going. You got to keep marching forward. It's going to be okay. I promise you it's going to be okay. Like the sun is going to come back up. No matter what, the sun is going to come back up. And so you have to understand that everything in the past stays there. You can't control it. It's over with. Move forward. Worry about today. Worry about today. You can only accomplish today. That's it. So don't stress and don't worry yourself. Don't bother yourself about tomorrow. That's going to happen tomorrow. Today, you get today. Love it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Fight for it. Work on it. Do your very best. Put your best foot forward. And you're going to be okay. We're all going to be just fine. Like you survive 100% of your bad days. So why wouldn't you survive this one? And you got to flip the switch, right? You got to change the way you think. Like today's not even a bad day. It just started. Like, yeah, you might have spoiled milk in the refrigerator. Yeah, you might not have enough of this and enough of that. But guess what? You have the ability to change it. You have the ability to make tomorrow even better because you went through today. Today's problems will be gone when the sun rises. And so you just, take the bull by the horns. You go after it with everything you got. And you live with the results. If you do your very best, there's nothing else you can worry about because you did your best, right? Sometimes it's not going to go in your favor. That's life. You learn from it, and now you move forward. That test come back, you know what to do. That's all it is. And I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about the challenges. That's all it is in life is challenges. Challenges and lessons, nothing else. Nothing else worries me, bothers me because if I get an opportunity, I'm going to do the best I can. That's all I want is an opportunity. That's all we should ever want is an opportunity. Do I get a chance? I can. Do I get the test, right? Can I study for the test, right? If I can, I'm going to pass it. That's it. It's on me. 30 days. 30 days is the best work you can put in and live with the results. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all keep working. 2026 is on the way, right? And we got to stay focused, right, to finish 2025. But the outlook is amazing. Like don't fear it. Like you've made it through this year. It's November. It's a blessing. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.